could be a team overseas who would love to snatch Caitlin Clark.
Basketball has been my whole life over the past year, and now feels like the right time to take a step back and reflect. My college career ended so fast that I barely had time to process it before I jumped straight into the WNBA, doing everything I could to push my team to the playoffs. But now, it feels like something has to change. Caitlin Clark just made a huge announcement, and the basketball world is buzzing about it. She's packing her bags and heading to Europe, leaving the WNBA scrambling. Should we really be surprised? From the sounds of this interview, it seems like she's probably going to make more money overseas in EuroLeague than she did. Caitlin shook the league to its core, breaking attendance records and bringing in more fans than ever. But even with all her success, the league didn't give her the support she deserved. So Caitlin decided enough is enough and she's moving on. Let me explain why this is such a big deal. Caitlin Clark, the face of the WNBA in 2024, has officially decided to leave the league. And she's not joining another team. She's heading overseas. When this news broke, it sent shockwaves across the internet. After an incredible rookie season where she dominated the court game after game, it felt like she had the entire basketball world at her feet. But behind the scenes, things weren't as perfect as they seemed. The WNBA thrived on her success, but when it came to supporting her, they fell short. Caitlin faced intense physical defense throughout the season, and she didn't hold back in voicing her frustrations. She told reporters, "I feel like I'm getting hammered, and people are getting away with stuff they shouldn't." These weren't just tough plays. They were dangerous. Elbows, headshots, even eye pokes. And what did the refs do? Almost nothing. Fans and commentators were left wondering if fouls had been canceled for the season. It wasn't just the physical abuse either. Caitlin also dealt with racial harassment, as being a white player in a predominantly black league put her in an uncomfortable spotlight. Players and fans made racially charged comments, and the WNBA stayed silent. No statements, no investigations. Caitlin wasn't just fighting tough defense on the court. She was battling a toxic environment, and the league didn't seem to care. By the end of the season, Caitlin had had enough. Now she's headed to Europe, where her talent will likely be treated with the respect it deserves. The WNBA is left reeling. Without Caitlin, it's hard to see how they'll keep fans excited. Sure, players like Breanna Stewart and Aja Wilson are great, but they had captured the same magic that Caitlin did this season. Meanwhile, there is another shocking news. A WNBA legend has been caught red-handed scheming against Caitlin Clark in the Rookie of the Year race. Up until now, no one knew which seasoned player had gone out of their way to pay off a reporter to vote against Clark. But now, there's concrete evidence, and it's about to be exposed. Okay, what's even more surprising? This player might be someone you've been rooting for all season, thinking she was a true icon. While Caitlin was dominating the court, this legend was quietly fuming with jealousy. And now it turns out she may have been working behind the scenes to make sure Clark didn't get the recognition she deserved. To make things worse, there's even a voter out there supporting Angel REESE. It's possible someone cast votes for both MVP and Rookie of the Year with REESE in mind. Why? Because while this so-called icon took years to develop her game, Caitlin came in and stole the spotlight in just one season. And here's the kicker. On the very day, Caitlin Clark signed her European deal. This legend was celebrating the biggest WNBA title of the year. Coincidence? Maybe not.